Hey, welcome back, everybody. I want to thank you for taking a few minutes out to be with us today. Louis LaBash and myself, Doug Mitchell from Ogletree, are going to be talking to you a little bit about really a new product that's out. Just came out the end of last month, and we're able to do a lot of great things with it. So, what we found, we talked about this a few weeks back, and what we found is there's a lot of cases out there that are not getting placed because of a bad rating, or maybe just not the right underwriting went into it, so that the client had something to look at. Well, we've taken a lot of cases over the last 2 weeks, and we've turned them from being a Table C or a Table B, or just not being able to be placed, into workable cases. So, guys, while you're listening to this webinar today, take notes of some clients that you have worked with in the past that maybe that you've experienced some rated up policies, and maybe you even placed the case. Maybe time to go back to the guys. But even those that you weren't able to place, make sure you take notes of that. A couple things, or a few things that we want to make sure that you're aware of. Some of you on the call today are not currently working with Ogletree. We see a lot of you that are, but why work with us? Because of these sales ideas that we're talking about today. Some of the training and ideas that you get from these webinars you can't find anywhere else on the internet. We've got great sales support. We'll run your illustrations. We'll explain how they work. We'll form a case to your client. All you got to do is call either Louis or myself, and we can make that happen. We've got some awesome sales software, some lead generation programs. Louis is going to tell you a little bit more about one that we've been working on, and I think you'll find it's going to really drive business to you. But if you're doing the supplemental retirement programs, the tax-free retirement, the max funded indexed universal life, we've got some awesome tools that will help you sell that. Louis created a program called the Last Great Tax Saver, and it works with any carrier that you might represent on indexed universal life, and it just kind of compares what they're currently doing, like a 401k or an IRA or Roth IRA, versus what an indexed universal life can do. And it just takes each product and it shows, hey, this is what you got if you do it this way, and this is what you got if you do it our way. So great stuff that we've got. Video marketing. We've spent a lot of time and effort into these things, and I think that's why we have such a great presence out there today as an indexed universal life provider. We've got several carriers that we represent that shine in the industry, and we can talk a little bit more about that if you give us a call. So with all of these, with the calculators, the lead programs, and everything else that we offer, we feel like we offer that value-added service, and we truly want to work with you. So give us a call. This flyer up on the screen is talking about our the newest trip that we've got. It's going to be in Mexico in 2014, in the Cancun Riviera area at an all-inclusive resort, now Sapphire. All it takes is $50,000 in life insurance premium to go with us. So hunker down, start writing your cases, get them into us, and if you're not already writing your business with us, give us a call. Let us help you get set up, because you don't want to miss these trips and these trainings. So, Louis, I'm going to hand it over to you, and let's talk about this new term product, or this UL product.
Okay, Doug. Hey, hello everybody. This is Louis LaBash, and I just want to thank you all for attending today. This trip is going to be a great thing, and it's only $50,000 in target premium. But ultimately, the way this works is that in order to get the $50,000, you're going to have to go find somebody to sell it to. And so we've had this question come up: what are we going to do about marketing? And we kind of feel like we're a pretty good marketing company. And so we're sharing some of our marketing with our agents. And what we're going to do is, what's coming next basically is, we're working on this program that, first of all, what we're going to do is we're going to make personal landing pages for our advisors. they use what are targeted email lists. So basically, we're going to provide you with a landing page, and this is one that we built that's really designed for us. This is, if you want to go to this, it's called taxfreemoneymachine.net, and this will go on there. And basically, what it is, it's going to have a video. It's going to have a contact us form, and this form is going to be set up so that when the client fills this out, they're going to send that email. Email come right to you, to the advisor. We don't get it. It just goes right to you, and you'll have somebody to follow up on. They may have some comments and questions. And the idea behind this is that we're going to provide you with targeted email lists so that you can go ahead and market to these people. We're going to give you some sales scripts and marketing, talking scripts that you can go ahead and call these people. And part of that whole process is you can call them, and you can actually send this to them to get them to fill out a form to gather more information, provide them a video talking about what we're doing. You can look at this and see what this is, the Ogletree marketing tool that we're using right now. We just started, and it's called the taxfreemoneymachine.net. If you go there, you could actually see this thing in action, and we're going to build one similar to yours, except it's going to be talking to your clients, not necessarily talking to you. So that's what's coming up next. So you need to get appointed with us so that you can get on the list to get this thing done, because it's all not going to happen overnight, because there's going to take some detail work on our part to make sure that we get it right just for you going forward. So that being said, let's go talk about what the topic of today is. So today's agenda comes down to this. We're going to talk about rated cases, and those things happen all the time. You run into those all the time, because it seems like all the people that want to buy insurance have something wrong with them for some reason. I don't know why that is. So basically that's one issue. And who are the prospects that you should this whole system that we're going to talk about today would be best suited for? And we're also going to talk about the products that we have to help you provide this solution to these folks. So common minor issues when it comes to moderately rated cases. And this is what we're talking about. You get a lot of people that they actually, I run into them all the time, they kind of take offense when they are told that they're not preferred best, And, I've sold myself in the past millions of dollars, hundreds of millions of dollars of life insurance, mostly a lot of term insurance. And basically the way it works is that most of the people I talk to, I explain to them right up front is that we can try to get you preferred best rates, but generally speaking, the people that get the preferred best rates are marathon runners who are in their 50s that are running marathons alongside with their mother and father. They're all doing this at the same time. So those are the guys that qualify right off the bat for preferred best rates. Okay, most people end up with these kind of things. They have high blood pressure, cholesterol issues. Some of them are vertically challenged. There's a lot of type 2 diabetes in this country today. America is overfed, well-fed, and overfed in many cases. And there's anxiety and anxiety medications that are people. All the stress that's going on. These things, help cause cases to be rated. All right. Sleep disorders. People can't sleep. They take anxiety medications so they can sleep, etc., and sleep medications to sleep, and all these things together. There's asthma, there's family history. Then you go back, and if your parents or siblings have some kind of health problems, well, the insurance companies can't hold that against you depending on what had happened to them, right? And then there's prospects who have combinations of all this together. These are the things that we run into, and everybody has prospects with these issues. You run into them all the time, And it's if you ever get a phone call when somebody calls you up that they want to buy insurance out of the blue, well, I think you start looking right here real quickly, because there's a reason why they're looking. But we can get them all standard rates. If they have these moderately rated problems, we can get them standard rates with this product that we're going to show you today. Going forward, who are the best prospects? Well, we all have people that we worked with in the past that had health issues. I'm sure that you can go look in your card file or your computer system or your CRM, whatever you're using. You can find people in there that you have called on in the past that had some kind of health issue, that when you handed them this rated case, they either said, well, no, I don't want that, or they took it begrudgingly, or they took less insurance, or they cut it back, or did some modification to make it affordable. Now, those same people you can go back to and say, hey, we have a product for you that maybe we can get you standard rates and save you some money or get you more insurance, whatever they need at that point in time. So those are the people you should go look at. I mean, that's your low-hanging fruit. People that you already are familiar with their cases, go work on those. And then you got people with obvious health problems. You know, there are people that, you know, when you're talking to them, you actually know that they've got a health problem, right? And a lot of people, a lot of cases right now, one health problem that isn't really a health problem in many eyes, but one big problem is that cigar smokers and tobacco chewers, dippers, basically, those folks get rated, and we can help them as well. You know, so we're going to talk about it. So anybody you write an application on today can turn out to be one of these prospects also. I mean, as I mentioned once before, I had a young woman come into my office to write a disability case, and she told me she was in perfect health. By the time I got done taking the application, I had to take out extra pages to write down all the things that she was, all the medications and all the things that were wrong with her. But she told me she was in perfect health, had no health problems to begin with. So, end of the day, she didn't get a disability policy. But this happens every day. You talk to people, they look perfect, they sound perfect, then you find out, oh yeah, well I had that heart attack 7 years ago, or I had that cancer 8 years ago, or something like that. You know, so you run into these. So the idea behind this is that you're going to run into these people, so you need to have this arrow in your quiver. This product is available to all of you. You need to have it available, so when you do run into these cases, and I guarantee you, you're going to run into them. Everybody does, all right? So what are they all looking for? Well, if they have health issues, they'd love to have standard insurance ratings. It's as simple as that. People like to be considered standard or better. They would like to be preferred or preferred best, but none of them like to be rated. Okay, so if we can get them standard, that's a selling point in itself. Okay, so most of the people with health issues, you know, they recognize a good deal when they see it, and they take advantage of it. Right? Obviously, it will be less expensive for them. And what's in it for you? Well, first of all, it'll be easier to close the case. I promise you this, that if you come in and tell somebody they're table 2 or table 3 or table 4 versus if, hey, you're standard, I think you'll get a much better reception when you charge it to, you show them the prices that they got to pay. Also, we have this program set up so you can still get paid like it's a table 3 or 4. So, I mean, actually, selling rated cases and smoker cases are really good because the premiums are higher and you get paid more. But at the end of the day, they're harder to place because the premiums are higher. All right, so we can help you do that. So going forward, what I did was I ran an illustration for a 60-year-old, 20-year level term policy, $1 million of the coverage. And I ran it at table 3. And the way it worked out was that of the 3 companies, I ran it for a number of companies, but these are the top 3. These are the ones that came out with the best rates. Banner Life came out at $13,600. American General was an extra $4, and then Transamerica came out to be like $3,000 more for the same case. So the prices vary across the board. One of the things about Banner is that when they do their ratings, they do their ratings based on a standard plus versus everybody else does standard. So when you get an increase on their standard plus, it's smaller than an increase that you would get on a standard. So that's how they manage to come in first, and that, and that's something good for you to know, is because if they do this on a regular basis, they'll be very competitive, and that's one of our products that we have. Now these are the non-smokers. Okay. Now I mentioned earlier about this other health problem that's out there is called cigar smoking and dippers and chewers. Now, so if you're in Texas or in the South, probably got a lot more dippers and chewers. If you're calling on people on golf courses, you're going to find a lot of cigar smokers, okay? So if you're hanging out at the country club, I'm quite sure you find a lot of people smoking cigars, and those are the folks that we can also get them standard non-smoker rates, because with this program that we have, this company that we're going to show you actually allows you to have cigar smokers and tobacco chewers and dippers to get standard non-smoker rates even if they test positive for nicotine. So you look at the prices for this for the cigar smokers and tobacco chewers. Again, these companies lump these folks in as cigarette smokers. They don't give them any cut, basically, because it's a cigar or whatever. It's a cigarette smoker. And the cigarette rates, if you look at this, American General now jumped to $40,000 for the same policy. They were at $13,000 up here, but this is a cigarette smoker as far as they're concerned, even though they may only be smoking cigars or tobacco or chewing tobacco. And you'll see it goes from all the way up to $40,000. So all of these, we can take this, run this illustration, turn this around, and sell these folks a product that the way it looks like the premium comes out to be this much. So we just reduced the premium. This is a 20-year level term product, but really it's a new product from Lincoln that's based on Treasury bonds or Treasury rates. And basically what it does is it does the calculations of an index universal life product. And basically what we have is a product that's scheduled to last for 20 years, just like the other products are scheduled for 20 years, except the premium is, in this case, it's only $12,000 because this same person, he's age 60, he gets standard non-smoker rates. So on one hand, you could ask him for $40,000. The other hand, you could ask him for $12,000. Now, the key to this thing is that also, along with this being a reduced contract for the rates, again, what comes back is that the target on this thing for standard non-smoker is kind of unique, is that they have a rolling target, and the target premium for this policy is $22,440. So the point being is that you would sell this product, you would collect $11,967 year one, you get paid whatever percentage of your contract is as target premium. Let's just say, as an example, it's 75%. So year one, you would get 75% of $11,000. So you'd make about $8,000 in commission on this thing, okay? Year two, you also would you collect another $11,967 for year two. It's not quite double, but you would get 75% of the difference between 22 and 11. So that's about $10,000. So you make another $7,500 the second year, which is a pretty good deal. So you make $15,000 on this program, more than almost $16,000 on a program that the premium's only $12,000. You'd like that. So I guess 140% commission at the end of the day. So for rated cases, though, now we got these rated cases. These are people that have highly rated issues, okay? History of heart attack, heart disease, artery disease, bypass surgery, strokes, kidney disease, type 2 diabetes, or type 1 diabetes, may have some cancer in their history, okay? These also, unfortunately, that the people that have all these issues generally have these issues too, so they have these to contend with. And when you take them all together and put them all together, just basically a combination of any of the above over here actually could turn out to be something like a table 6, or more. So we got table 6 here, and just the reason why I show you this is that this program, if it was table 6, you'll notice that the premium this is for the non-smoker, non-tobacco table 6, ends up being $19,400, okay? Well, part of this program is that this company, along with having a table shaving program, is that they also give them points, so to say, underwriting points and credits for certain activities. So if this person, is that marathon runner, even though he has some of these underlying problems, he gets some credit. He works out all the time, so everything. And we've had in the past successfully gotten people who were table 6, we've gotten them down to table 3 with the credits, and because they're table 3, they get standard rates, standard non-smoker rates, okay? So basically, a table 6, and I didn't even run the table 6 for the cigar smoker, but the table 6 for the cigar smoker would probably be somewhere in the neighborhood of $70,000, some number like that. And we can get them down to, if in the right situation, we don't know this is for everybody, but we can know that we have some people that, you have selective cases that we can actually take to the underwriters and get them down to a standard non-smoker rate, even if they were table 6. Again, it's got to be the right client, and it's not something that happens every day, but it has happened in the past. So, and they end up with this product again. It's the same product, $11,967, and the rolling target is $22,440. So you make about $15,000 if your target is like 75. So basically, that's the numbers that we're talking about. So we can show up the cases for you. So along with that, I mean, again, this is one product. This is one way that we found, and Doug didn't mention this, but this product was available about 5 years ago in another form, but it works similarly and with the same company. And at the end of the day, people wrote tons of business, and they got tons of business. They got people standard rates, and they also got paid double, on the compensation with the rolling premiums 2 years in a row. So we have there's about 40 carriers that we have access to, and we can go out and get those for you and bring them, figure out what it would be best for you. And the easiest thing to do is just give us a call. But we also provide top street producer contracts. We have sales materials, sales software, marketing videos, weekly trading webinars. We do these webinars. We usually have 2 of them a week. One is more of a training webinar. One generally lends to be a recruiting webinar. Today we had such a great response from this in the last couple weeks ago that we decided to roll it back out again. So it's kind of like a training combination recruiting webinar, because everything we talk about, sometimes you get this, if you all would have a write down on your piece of paper some you get some thought, and think about some client that could have fit into this thing, write them down right now, and basically call us up and have us get you an illustration so we can do a quote for you. We also provide to our agents and advisors, we have targeted marketing lead lists that we can provide you. Generally speaking, the number one thing that people need is somebody to talk to. The key point is that you just can't you can't pick up the phone book anymore and just start dialing numbers. You also can't, you probably don't want to do that because you have no idea who you're calling on. So we have some methods and we teach that you can go after people who actually have real jobs, make real money, who have disposable income, who can buy tax-free retirement programs, and also have very large needs for life insurance because the group plans that they have today are getting kind of wacky in the world, and basically group insurance is not something that somebody should be planning on the way things are going. And so essentially the idea behind this is that we can help you find the people who need your services, and we can do it for them. We also have the awards, the trips, the contests. Again, I'm going to show you this flyer once again, and I'm going to do now turn this back over to Doug and let him finish up here.
Yep. Hey, Louis, thanks, man. I think we got the point across. We didn't want to take a lot of your time today, guys, but we wanted to show you this concept. Over the last 2 weeks, I can't tell you how many cases that we've quoted and cases that are coming in. So take a look at your own book, take a look at your current prospects, and give us a call. You can call us at 800-466-8186. You can hit either extension 1 or 2. Louis or myself can talk to you, and we can run them and get them out to you. So thanks a lot for taking the time out, and guys, we look forward to working with you. Have a great day. Thanks, Louis.